Hello, welcome to successfultradings.com. Today's video is devoted to option trading tips. By the end of this video, you will learn about support and resistance and how we apply that to trade analyst ratings, mainly upgrade and downgrades, through a use case example we traded last week. Without any further ado, let us go ahead and get started. All right, so I am receiving feedback from users on this YouTube channel, and I really appreciate that because this is showing us that we are providing information to help you. So all of that's feedback, it's taken into account, and I'm going to continue to use that as to focus on the type of content and information that's valuable to your trading. So I really appreciate that, Ali and others who have been requesting specific items on this channel. So for instance, today, just go inside that we receive feedback about support and resistance. This is a topic that we touched on a little bit on a prior video, but today I'm gonna really spend time here. The video is gonna be short, I promise. I want these videos to be up to the point for you guys. So let's move on here. So what we are looking at here, it's the charts for Micron, and I'm focusing on the daily. I want to look at the daily chart of Micron on here to illustrate this concept of support and resistance. In this case here, today is going to be resistance mostly, but it works the same way. The main thing to understand about support and resistance is that stocks usually have a short-term limit above which there are no buyers. So that's really what defines a resistance. When a stock finds a price where there are no buyers willing to spend more money buying that stock. The opposite of that is support, where at some point there are no sellers willing to take risks to sell it below that certain points. That's really it. So as we said in one of our blog on successfultradings.com, the movement of the stock, it's a tug of war between buyers and sellers. And when the buyers, they have the upper hand, the stock will continue to go up. When the sellers have the upper hand, the stock will continue to go down. The equilibrium of that generate the support and resistance that we talked about. So how to identify support and resistance on a chart? It's not that difficult at all. That's the first thing that I want you to take away, because if you're a beginner, you may be thinking, oh my God, I have to. No. Looking at this chart here, it's easy. I'm going to spot for you some resistance level. A resistance level will be a price at the level where the stock has a difficult time going further up, and it will have plenty of touches at that price. So that's really the key thing. So always ask yourself, hey, is the stock hitting a price level at which it's keep touching it, but it cannot go above it? This is an illustration, and round numbers are usually not always round number. So like $50. Here is Micron having a hard time going above $50 in September. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches before it went down. And because typically a stock will either go through the resistance and post higher prices, or it will fail to go through that resistance and it will be going down. So here is a nice spot on here. So in September, if you had prior knowledge and studied this chart, you will have made money trading on a daily basis on here. Here's another example, for instance, of let's put support. Support here is this one here, $41.90. Look how many touches it had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes up. This is a nice day trade, especially with this candle being a slight hammer. I will talk about those patterns later on. Don't worry about it as of now if it doesn't make sense to you. Same thing here, an inside bar, but if you've traded it here where support, so for you will really be just sitting on this day here to say, oh, I'm waiting for this price to hit just 42, and you enter. Within 2 days, Micron moved fast, and the option on Micron, they can pay very, very big. If you were to do a swing trade here from 42 to 44, oh, my friend, you will have made good money. So that's really that. So you spot this on the chart, and this is valuable over several time frames. So obviously, I'm looking at the daily chart here. If you are doing day trading and you are looking at a 15-minute, 10-minute chart, you can spot those support and resistance. Here is, for instance, a resistance here at 55, another kind of round numbers. So you take it here, it got rejected here at a high of 55.93. I'm reading this from here, guys. The second day gets rejected again at 56.11. You were to take a short and be patient over 4 days, you will have had almost a move of $3. A move of $3 on a $50 stock, that's almost close to 6%. That's good money. That's good money. So more recently, I want to illustrate today through this video the ratings, the analyst rating, because on the 12th of February, there was an analyst rating on this. So we're going to switch time frames on here. So this is another level here. The 60 has been a huge resistance. Why? One touch. Two touch. What I'm calling touches, meaning that the stock traded at that price but failed to go above that. So here it is trading, hitting a high of 60.25 cents on January 22nd. The next day on January 23rd, hitting $60.56. The next day hitting $60.02. Well, my friend, after this day, this second day, you come here on the 24th, it will be a crime if you don't take this trade. And if you were to take this trade, you take puts from 60 at the open, the very next day, or even by the time of the close, you already had almost $3. And if you kept some contracts for the next day, you will have had almost $5.50 on a $50-something stock, almost close to 10%. That's huge. That's great money under. We are also talking, before we move on, I want to close this on support and resistance. These lines, they are natural support and resistance. I've highlighted that in the past. Those are moving averages, exponential moving average. You know by now how I like during my day trading, I use this volume weighted average price, VWAP, where I get confirmation. Look at the recent video that I've shared on here. Every time I tell you that, hey, the confirmation was, I will go long if I'm above VWAP, because that's a natural support level or resistance level. So here, still on the daily chart on here, 60 was, for 2 consecutive days, was a major resistance. On the third day on here, you make trade. Actually here, you could have taken this trade on this day. It traded at 61 and it closed at 59.27. That's a trade. Let me show you actually how I traded. Let me actually show you what triggered that. And that's the second part of the video that I quickly want to do today. What happened with most of the stock, and these stocks like chip stocks, especially MU, Micron, Nvidia, AMD, what's another good one? Analysts, they tend to love them because they can move very, very nice. They manipulate them. Let's be honest, what happens. So this year, I want you to start looking for trades on analyst upgrades, downgrades. I've already shared how I use Finviz to automatically do that. So on a daily morning, you can just come on the screener. I want to highlight that again here for you. So you come on the screener and you can just say, hey, give me the upgrades. Okay, so like live today, the market is closed as of now, as you can see on here. But hey, these upgrades happen on this stock, so you can trade that live. We have a full article blog on the website. Just do a search on successfultradings.com and you will find step-by-step tutorial on how to do that. I may do a video actually step-by-step of doing that. That's not the purpose today, but I want to signal that to here because this is exactly what happened to Micron on the 12th. So on the 12th, now let me return here and just enter Micron. So go back here on MU and look actually. It was an upgrade by an analyst that happened on the 12th. If my computer will cooperate, it's really slow. Sorry about that. Okay. Wow. Wow. I got disconnected again. That's really not what we're looking for. Okay. Okay. Oof. Thank you, internet connection, for coming back. You are so grateful. Okay. So on February 12th, an upgrade by UBS. So you can see all of the upgrade on a given stock, obviously, on this page on finviz.com. So on this day, the stock, Micron Stock, recorded a gap up. That gap up is illustrated on here. February 11, it closed at 57.25. It went as low as 56.33. Imagine you're entering calls at 56.33, and the next day you wake up, the open is 59.04. Huge money on a Wednesday, and it traded all the way to 61.19. But you also had the knowledge, if you missed that part, to say, hey, 60 has been a major resistance. So that's the trade that I personally took. So this is it, gap up here. You could have chased if you were fast enough to trade from the very open from, what's the open here? 59, and it could have taken you all the way to 61. That's a nice trade, actually. Let's be honest. That's a nice trade. I did not have that trade. I wasn't focusing on that as well, but that's trade. There's so many trade guys. They're really, really difficult to follow off of them. But halfway through the day, I got into a trade somewhere around here because knowing that, hey, 60 was a resistance. So stock typically, even when they go through the resistance, they will come back and do what's called a retracement. So I will talk about that. We will do a video on retracement. So if you entered it here or anywhere here, actually, let's be honest here. This is on a 5-minute chart, right? So for you, we can say that you want to be bearish, aka taking puts, when you are below, let's say VWAP. Let's be consistent, right? So VWAP on that day here, it's about 60.48. So this candle here, where we close at 60.35, tells us, okay, you can take the puts because it has reversed. It's below the volume weighted average. Okay, so we did that on that day. Let me share quickly on here how we traded those. So we used 60 puts. So it was on the 12th. So we took the puts expiring on Friday the 14th. 60 puts, we got 2 here for 66 cents. And we're able to trade them, day trade them, and sold them at $1.08. Not your usual gigantic gains that you see, but trading is not about making big gains every day. Trust me, those small gains they tend to accumulate. So for us here, okay, since my computer it's having some glitches, so we got how much did we get on here? So $1.08. Okay, $1.08 minus 0.66 divided by 0.66. As you know, we like percentages. A nice 60% on a day trade. I will take that any day, anytime, and twice on Sunday, my friends. So this is an illustration of option trading tip, where we wanted you to gather how to trade analyst ratings. Those ratings could be upgrades and downgrade. You can get them from finviz.com automatically on the stock on your watch list. And they're always must trade. I actually will be sharing a video of a study that I've done over 3 years or so, showing that, hey, there are, when there's an upgrade and there's volume behind it, it's a good setup. So meaning that it's a trade that you are likely to make money on those analysts grade, because people, most traders, they will tend to go with either the movement, the impulse movement, the momentum generated by the rating, because those ratings, they are just influenced. Because this one, for instance, notice how this here, it was an upgrade, and the target price is 75. That's the highest price that they ever put. Oh no, actually the second one was here back in December of 2019 where there was an upgrade from 45 to 85. Those usually come with big move. And on the chart, I'm not sure if I put the volume on there, but if I were to come here and put the volume, we would have seen huge volume on the 12th. Yes, we had huge volume. You can see that here. I need to be doing a better job putting volume on here for that day, because the move was, but the move didn't hold. So for us, you could have traded this two ways, right? You could have traded this on calls from the open to go from 59 to 61. We didn't get that, but for us, we got our 63% taking the short end, because we using the fact that 60 was resistance, and we traded that using the 60 puts for that week. So I hope you got something out of this. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we will continue to make this content tailored to your needs. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.